Oh, hello. How are you? Welcome to Valheim. To Valheim. Welcome. We are carrying. Sorry, I'll feel better in a minute, don't worry. Right, we are Horgaz. Do you remember Horgaz? We were doing a little bit of Horgaz, weren't we? Where I'm playing it all on my own without Jess. All alone playing this game. Now we've gone down to easy level and put up the resource gathering 3 times. And I think at the moment it's on. You can take metals through portals, but I probably won't use that on my single player. We will use the boat. So we're on our way to the Black Forest. Oh dear. Go away. Thank you. So we're on our way to the Black Forest. We can hunt as we go. So what I'm basically heading for here is we're going over here. So we're trying to get some tin and maybe some, copper or something. Yeah, copper there. So it's generally a good idea to mark it. It always appears in the same place. So hopefully this won't be too boring for you. And of course, you press left trigger on the console, it puts away weapons. I didn't know that until I played it for like 300 hours. So there'll be less moaning now because it's a little bit more forgiving. Therefore, I'm not banging me against a brick wall all the time. Which I wouldn't recommend. It's liable to severely dent your brain power. I've been doing it for years, and that's where it went, unfortunately. So we're gonna run there. So there might be a little bit of boredom in between. Oh, good. Boars. Talking of boredom, there's a boar. And I took him to his doom. So you could say it's boredom. Well, I thought it was rather good. I think that was definitely going in my book. So, here come the birds that barely hovered for 10 seconds. So if you don't shoot it the first time, you jolly well had it. So I'm more relaxed now playing this game now that we've just got to increase the resources because it's a huge slog otherwise. And I don't like games that slog. And they kind of, I go off of those games rapidly, which is what we did with this one, until we they did some accessibility controls, and suddenly the game is so much more pleasant to play. I think if you do a game like Dark Souls or anything like that, but then you make it accessible to people who wouldn't normally play that thing, it's a win-win situation for the developer, isn't it? Because more people will play. Which means more people will buy it. Blah de blah. So so we're more relaxed now. Now you saw a wonderful battle with Jess. Unfortunately, she forgot to put her mic sound on, so we couldn't record her. So it wasn't my fault. It was actually Jess's. But I'll forgive her that because she's my daughter, and I'd forgive her anything. Well, not anything. So we're wandering into the dangerous area with just the basic outfit on, only on level 1 as well. So as you can see, we're just basic leather pants, which is just up from the ragged. And we're RayRay Horgaz. Yes? And these things just constantly annoying. Now when Jess plays it on her own, she has it so they're passive. So unless she attacks them, they don't do anything. Which is a really casual way to play. But some people might like that because she just likes to build without interference from these irritating little crumps. It's getting dark, isn't it? Yeah, I get a feeling it's getting dark. I may have to go home. Because as you know, when the music goes, dee dee, run for your life, Mary. I may have to go to that hut to my left. Oh, crimpy. So I hope you enjoy this. I mean, I will do a boss battle. I've done the first one, I think. Actually, I may not have done the first one. That's a good point. Although I have done the first one because I have this. So on the first one you get this, which means you can start, hacking into metals. So I have done the first one, but not the second one. huge tree thing, which I don't know what it's called, and I don't want to look it up. But apparently it's some huge tree thing. Some might say it's an ent, but I wouldn't go that far. Right, so we're going to go. So left trigger puts it away. So I didn't know that. I just said that, didn't I? Yeah, man, I just said that. Right, I feel cold, and as soon as you feel cold, you know darn well you better get in a house quick, or you'll face the hordes of irritating little crittles. And I can't see a darn thing now. Is there a house here, or was it just an abandoned hut? I can't see. I have no torch. I could equip a torch. He equips the torch. Well, I thought this was a proper house. Looks like it's not a proper house, therefore we cannot sleep. So we better do something about repairing this house. We need a workbench. Everything requires a workbench. It's going to be a little irritating. No, wherever you go you must have a workbench. It makes sense, I must admit it does make sense, but it's flaming annoying. We're going to do the repair option, which is the little hammer. So as you see, all the pieces of wood go all twisted and, you know, horrible. They're not, you know, don't make a good seal. And obviously it wouldn't be a good seal because obviously they live in water. Thank you, that's the second good joke of the day. Well, I thought it was good. So let's see. So that's got a low wall there. I'm not a big fan of low walls, but you know, if we want a low wall, there's one for us. So we may as well continue this process. So we could get attacked right in the dead of night, and I can't see a cricket. Actually, I could have to put down a torch, and then we would be able to see, wouldn't we? There you go. What an ingenious idea that was. It just came up there, like. So I hope you enjoy this. It won't be quite as good as, you know, quite as interesting. So I forgot what the place it button was. Right, you know, a bit thick like that, you know. But it's better to be thick than completely idiotic. Although there are cases either way. Yeah, I know I blab on, don't I? Right, where's the crosshair thing? That kind of, you know, right there. It's a bit hard to find it. I was thinking, you know, if we put it in the middle, it ought to do it instead of, you know, having to touch it to the end. But there you go, you know, you know, let's not complain about that or anything else, because we're not complaining today. We're just enjoying a fun game, which is so much more enjoyable once you take out the horrible grind and the incredibly effective monsters which destroy you with practically one hit. Right there, we seem to have to find a tree now. Alright, there's no close trees. Although I'll tell a lie there, although that's a signpost. I wonder what that means, you know what that signpost said. Signpost? Signpost, I wonder what that signpost says. Right, it's oak. Can you hit the oak? No, it's too hard. Alright, get the oak. There's a neck. Okay, so trees, looks like we've got a long way. Oh, no sleep tonight then. Well, I just get it hanging. I just have something hanging over. I mean, that'll do, wouldn't it? Right, there's some trees over there. Along with vicious trumps. By the time you get your weapon out, you're probably dead. Thank you. Oh, yeah, another boar? Just go close to them and just let them come to you, that's what I say. Apparently we're learning the systems of the game. Right, let's try this one. There's a great old shaman coming right at me. He's bound to spoil the party because he's going to spew that stuff all over me. And then you either got to dodge or whack. I like to whack the living daylights out of them. Far more efficient. But you see, it took away a bit of my health there. But don't worry, I've got a sandwich in my back pocket, which I can, you can take all three of those, plus one of those, and voila! One is okay now. Now you can use the big huge wallop like that, which is slower of course. But yeah, we're up to like, you know, we've got 2 games. This one, oh god, yeah, all right, there's one behind me then. All right, so yeah, basically, if you could just roll, you could either roll to the side like that. I want to roll in, or move to the side. You know, it's entirely up to you. And then you might do a lunge. I tend to use the mace. I tend to use the mace because you know me. When I test things out and when I find something that's successful, I'll use it. And I find the mace knocks them back, gives them a chance to beat the living crickles out of you. I was going to say crunge, but I've already been saying that far too much lately. But as you can see, it takes a long time to cut down a tree, and it doesn't really get much better because you know we're on like motor now level, and yet it still takes it. Is it too hard or something? Because it's not telling me it's too hard. It's giving me false hope. Well, it was a tree then. So you know, we have got some boring bits while we're waffling around. I like a good waffle, especially before lunch. So I do tend constantly talk. You might have noticed that. It's not my fault. It's my mouth. So just blame it on him. Oh, well, your boy taking all the flack. Well, because you're an irritating little car. What? I don't know. I just made that one up. Right. Okay. So there's a lot of. I think a lot of people cut out all this grindy stuff and just get into the meat and gristle, which is the fighting bit. Yeah, that seems to go down a treat more than anything. So it's constantly. I do wish the fight button was all a different button. You had a button. You press a button, things die, as opposed to having to flick it along a thingy. So if you're just eating some meat, say. I didn't. Well, hang on, I'll talk in a minute when I finish talking. But yeah, generally, if you just get to the side, wait for him to lunge, maybe like that, and then just a very good tactician. Gradually, sort out. And of course, always while you're doing all this, it tends not to pick stuff up, so you have to press the button down. Well, I think they ought to make a change there, because every time you do a little bit of firing like that, it seems to turn off the thing that picks up the stuff, which I think is a little bit of a, but I'm not going to complain about that today. Right, where's the house? I'm in daytime in a minute. So I was expecting to go straight there and do some stuff, but looks like we're caught on mid-socket. That's because we've got to sleep. So we'll just do a basic beddy. That's slightly out. Is that one end longer than the other? No, you might be alright. I don't think we can get a triangle one there. Wrong one. This thing, I don't think that'll fit, will it? And it's a bit difficult to get these on the thing. Like, oh, it does fit. Oh, okay. Once you got that, then you can go from the ends, of course. But it has different, you can kind of click between the top, bottom, bottom, top. You can do whatever you want. Yeah, it's like it doesn't want to lock in. You gotta make sure you lock it in right. Otherwise, like very untidy hoops, which I'm an absolute expert on, like tidy hoops. Right, so I mean that's practically, sheltered up, isn't it? And then click that one in there. So it's pretty much covered. There's a little bit of wind coming in there. So hopefully now we can do a bed. And we'll slap it down. I love a good slap. And then we claim it and then we go sleep. Right, we can't sleep because obviously it's daytime now. We took so long. Right, okay, so in that case we start the new day with a cheese sandwich. Right, I'll drop it in the box then. Always good idea to have a box. Let's throw the superfluous pluff in. What do I call it? Pluff. It doesn't make a lot of sense now. I don't know about you, but I'm very efficient. I like things to be in a certain place at a certain time, at a certain time in the year. Actually, I'll keep that on me. But I'll probably die during this mission of great importance. Tin and copper. I've got some copper, but I need the tin to abruptly end that. So we're heading in this direction. So we're kind of heading in a... Well, I'll go to that one, try that one out. If that doesn't, then we'll try and find another one. Basically, you just got to roll over stones that all look identical. One of them will say, copper. And then you go to the other one and it'll say, tin, which will be on near the shore. Or right on the shore, in fact. So this was one. Is there any left of the was one? No. There is none left. Right, we have a skeleton. Slightly stronger than the other guys. They can kill their own kind. Well, not their own kind. The dumb ones, as we like to call them. Right, so we've got to find another bit of copper. So. Oh, and there's a... I mean, I may have already been down here. Although, what did I just take that off? May have already been down, let me check. Because I did get some certain cores, didn't I? And it could well have been down here. So, it does refill after a while. So, if I've already explored said area, then, and it's usually got 3 ways. Right, okay, we're looks like we've got a new lot coming. Right, so, the best way to do it is I'll shoot them, which is an excellent idea. Although we just got attacked from behind, so we'd have to put our mace into... mace will smash these little things to smithereens. If you have the huge giant hammer, that will smash them just as... In fact, it would smash them without even having the bar. See, you notice the auto pickup has now once again turned off. So constantly during your play, that will turn off. So you have to keep an eye on it. Right, great. That means we're going to get more copper. And they're procedurally generated, so you never know what's behind the door. It could be nothing, it could be a brick wall, or it could be... Oh, there looks like a spawner in there. A spawner, which will mean it'll keep on spawning until... So I just like to get in there, like, smash the living down, and then smash this thing to pieces before another one arrives. If you do this quickly, concentrate on that first, and then you only got 1 or 2 at the most. And then you can go in here and get these certain cores. Plus, don't forget the little things lying on the tables, tucked into little corners sometimes where you can't see it. Just this little things. So don't forget. Now, it takes away the light, unfortunately, but there's some nice money. Like so. So, certain cores, lovely. I know what you're saying. I can't see any copper, right? Yeah, you're right, there's no copper. But, it's there, I may as well, block, get a perfect block, of course. And it has a nice window. I like windows. It has a nice window of blocking, So it's not difficult to get that block. Some you've got to be absolutely precise. This one only has to be a little precise. I can't see a dicky bird. That's a dicky bird. Oh no, you saw that one coming, didn't you? Actually, I wanted that to stay there. Now, I like to have this in a certain organised top, middle and bottom. That's how I like it. So it's always available. And now we go to that one. Flick it. Instantly you can see. And we can grab all stuff. Lovely. So look around, there's always little smidget. Now these things are quite nice, but I leave them as a source of light. I only pick the extra ones. So, and you can get completely lost in these places. As you see. And then you always got these in the corner and more certain cores. So I say we can very quickly get some certain. Because I'm getting 3 at a time, you see, instead of 1, it means we don't have to come back here multiple times. So we're just reducing that terrible grind that are in a lot of these kind of games. Everything's slowed down. But But just increasing those resources, my god, is a lot more satisfying to play, isn't it? So I think I'll get ready with my sword and shield. Always get it ready first before you open my door. I mean, you could keep the torch, have the torch there, and try a block. Oh, I see. I haven't got the weapon in my hand. Oh. Oh, I was hoping to put the torch in my left hand. Can I do that? I can, yeah. So you can do it, yeah. So I tend to keep a torch handy, just in case. So been that way, I think. Been that way. And that's the way out, right. So I generally like do the right, do the middle, then the left. You know, so, you know. Let's do it in a inferior manner. That's empty. It's probably just came here. But look, you see, cash on there. Pick it up. Pick up, or someone else will grab it. And you always hear a noise, even when you know, completely got rid of everybody. You're still hearing this, you know, kind of. Sounds very like my own mother. No, I'm joking. Disrespecting my mother. My mother's lovely lady. I think I've already been this way. Yeah, you see, I do tend to get lost in these places. So that could be it, actually. I mean, that could well be the end of the saga. But let's venture down here. Brick wall. Right, so that could be it. Not too much in here. Not too difficult enemies. It looks like we panned out. So, not like good panning. And if ever you get in trouble, just stand on this step. Nothing can get up this step. So you can go along here and just whack from a distance and then get back. Whack from a distance and get back. Try not to fall off the end. And you can even place a fire here or down there so that they could burn while they're at it. So let's go back to sword and shield. Sword and shield, round shield is the best way to go. Tower one blocks in the north, you know, quite a lot of, you know, of the punishment. So it would do a lot, you know, a lot of blocking. So that will give you better blocking. But the trouble is, it unfortunately it doesn't have the parry. If you do the parry, you stagger them, and then you oh dear, I can't pick that up. I have to throw something. I'll eat some cheese. Oh god, I've got nothing to get rid of. Yes. And they do like to run away. Yeah, I don't know. And I'm not complaining when I say this, but I get the feeling sometimes that they just want to make it darn annoying for you. This game, it's like, how can we make this so annoying that people will go, oh god, I hate this game. Yeah, it does seem like that to me. Well, so much for picking up the tin. So it looks like we've got to go back. I'll go back to this hut. First putting away your weapons so you can go faster. An invention invented by Bethesda. And many other games. But I said Bethesda because I kind of like them a little bit. And the vast cliffs, which unless you can jump 3 miles, you'll never get up. But I'm not complaining about that at all today. We're relaxed, we're calm. We have no roof. So we're not worried about that. As you can see, they're constant annoyance. This is why Jess prefers to just put it on passive so she can get on, do her building, collect stuff without them constantly annoying every 5 minutes. Jess gets annoyed very, very quickly. And she won't bother to play if things get boring, you know, irritating. So, right then, okay, so we've got that. We just needed to build a fire, which has always got to be near a bed, which I've never quite worked out. You know, why can't you just have a And I tend to do stupid little roofs like that to stop the rain falling down on the fire, and then put a stupid little one of these on. But that's usually just enough, although you've got to stand right back, or you've got to fiddle with the, you know, see, it's a very difficult placing these, because it's like, oh god, it's got to be exact. Like that, you know, now it's the second one, which has got to be absolutely exact, otherwise, you know, it's very precise. See, it's a bit shoddy, but I don't care. Right, what do I need? 5 stone, right, I just threw away 5 stone. Right, okay, let's deposit some stuff in the box. I have to turn that off. I have stone. Oh no, I have stone in there. Don't tell lies, Ray. Don't tell lies. So let's get rid of all these. Oh, I can't put it in there. Ew. Can I do a second one? He asked. Yeah. So I'll do a second one. Well, it's never enough. And then we'll bung it all in there. So this could be like high level stuff. I was going to add to that, but then I changed my mind and thought, nah, it's not quite up to your standard. What, you didn't like that? So, pick up a bit of stone. I'll put the, well, actually I'll put that in there. Money, yeah, keep that in there. I'll eat that. No, I'll put it in there then. Yeah, I'll put all this in there. Yeah, it's money stuff. I would collect these from the local agent. Well, so apparently, you know, we cannot sleep without a bed. I don't know about you, but I've gone like minus 10 degrees, gone into bed without a fire on, and I've been fine. So I don't know why that's a thing. But apparently, some games invent things purely just, yeah, as a way of making you do something else. But I'm not going to, you know, complain about that. Oh, I need some wood. Blisters. Right, there seems to be a severe lack of trees around here. Oh, I could smash this fence. Actually, that's not a bad idea. One of your better ones there. What a brilliant idea that was. But yeah, this is like, you know, I think this is giving us a subtle hint that you could do a little farm. But I found the farm's pretty useless because, you know, it's not useless because you could get a load of boar, like let them follow you into a ringed fence and then just put in a gateway as soon as they've gone in. Although you'd have to do it before they got back out again because they're probably trying to follow you out. And then, yeah, and then the idea is that you slaughter them, which is a little bit cruel. But, you know, humans have to survive, so stuff it, mate. Yeah, we'll put a bit in there. You know, we can get some kip now if we want. Right, let's try again. It's daytime. What time of day is it? Well, it's approximately 45 degrees. So let's try running over to this place again. Sorry about that. There's going to be a lot of this kind of, oh god, I got to run, you know, collect gear. You know, that's the trouble with this. For streaming wise, you know, you got to kind of set things up so you're not resourcing as you're like, oh, go and take down a boss or, you know, something like that. You got to do something like that interesting. So it's very much a resource-heavy game. And I think if they cut the resources half, this game would be a fantastic game. But of course, it'd be shorter, so therefore, you know, they wouldn't like that. So what we do, basically, we go over anything like this size of stone, and if it says copper, we hit the living daylights out of it. So there's the barrow. So it's always a good idea, as I say, to register a new complaint. And with 3 times resource instead of 1, we don't have to collect billions of these and search the entire forest. We can just get a whole lot in one go. Right, so we're looking for more copper. I wish they'd give us the ability to reduce the clutter. Now these guys can hit quite hard, so watch it because they take a huge chunk out of your health, as you can see there. And of course, if you're not sat at home by a lovely warm fire, you've got to take a long time for that to go up. So I tend to sit. Kind of aids the progress, but as you see, this is the big killer of the game, is the slow regeneration. Because apparently being in a warm house, suddenly you refill your stamina like nobody's business. So it's a little bit odd. I find that a rather odd decision, because this is the thing that prevents you from doing most things in the game. It's the severe lack of stamina and the severe lack of health. And the extremely slowness of it. And again, the thing is switched off, you see. So you see, it's going up very slowly. But if you're by a farm, my God, a shoot up. And if you have like comfort level of 3 or 4 or 5, you know. So you've got to sit here for like ages for it to go up to a decent level where you feel safe. If one of those hit you, then you've had it. So you see what I mean? This is what frustrates us a lot. It's just regen. It's absolutely terribly slow. So much so that the day is already gone by the time you've done it. So you see what I mean? 5 minutes of sitting down. It's not really very good. I mean, alright, you can get potions later, but my God, you can only use one, so it's a bit pointless. That's what I mean. They put lots of roadblocks in your way, and they wonder why people get frustrated with it. But I suppose the hardcore players out there, they love it, don't they? Oh, here, yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, I'm going to try blocking this guy, but I'll probably die. Although I didn't equip it. So therefore we'll probably die now. Sorry, I forgot to equip it. So of course you can't take any more food because I've just taken some, so therefore the chances of that health going up anytime soon is extremely low. So you'd have to sit here, and by then he'd be whacking the living daylights out of you. So as you can see, it's tremendously slow business. And all we'll do is just hope it comes up. Right, okay, we've got to move. So yeah, this is the big problem, unfortunately. I'll try and put this wall between me and it, or mitt, as I like to call it. And you could shoot it with a bow. The trouble is, he'll quickly come round the wall, then he'll come round the wall. So it's like, he moves back and forth. It's like as soon as you move, he moves. It's like, it's like back and forth. And that's what makes it difficult to hit him, of course. And of course, the low stamina means you can't shoot at him anyway. But yeah, trying it is moving target. Pretty difficult. And if you have the weapon equipped, he goes too slow and he catches up. So he's very quick. Deceptively quick, in fact. Right, I'm going to try blocking. Well, okay, so we died. As you can see, I may have got the block wrong, but I still would have taken a tremendous amount of punishment. So as you can see, these guys, when you're on your own and you've got crummy armour and crummy gear, you've got a fat chance. And of course, you have very little health. Very little stamina, so therefore you are stuffed because you've got to wait for that to fill back up and have no other food. So if you sit down with a comfort level 4, it's still slow, and it's probably not going to go past that 30 something. Maybe I huddle closer to this. Might help. So I can't even get my gear back until this has gone up. So it's kind of, it's fun, it's why it's hard to stream this, because it's just incredibly slow. But I'm trying to enjoy it. You see, it's not going to go up. So if we take any kind of hit from anything now, we are a dead person. So I'm going to go to sleep because I'm not going to go out at night. So I hope you enjoyed this little bit of fun, but I'm gonna say we will spend a lot of time doing nothing, collecting resources. Only when we're a little bit stronger will we be able to take these guys on with any kind of confidence. Day 40. I've seen some of these people on day 40 have already gone for the second boss. So I must be incredibly slow, but that's because I'm very worried that I'm going to be so weak I'm going to get killed. So I don't like dying, same as Jessica doesn't like dying. So we tend to, get sick of dying. That's because, look, we have very little stamina, very little health. I don't know about you, but if I've just died and come back, I don't think I'll be that bad. I'm alright, I probably will be that bad. But wow, you put your armor on, suddenly it's like, oh, wow, I got loads of health. It's like, I've never known armor do that. Must be some new secret recipe. Oh look, there's some copper. So good idea, mark it. Alright, mark it. So point where you are. Like you shouldn't have moved it really. And then I used to put copper and spell the whole word out, but obviously that uses up too many letters, and now I'll put cop. But that's where we need to go. And probably that's cool, me just dropping down here. Because apparently, you see what I mean? It's like, I don't think anybody would break their legs jumping down a height of that. So it's very cruel, this game. Why it's only played by a select few that enjoy punishment. Now, good idea to sneak, so if the evil troll is nearby, then I'm not spotted, but then again your stamina runs out and you screwed anyway. But it doesn't put back your armour. That's one thing I would like to see changed, is when you get your, do all this, is you get your armour back and it's put on, because most of the time, by the time you put it on, you're dead. So, there are a few games that do this, which deprive you and don't put it back into your, put it back on. And that makes it very difficult as well. But I'm not going to complain about that. So we're going to get rid of all death markers, you don't want those showing, and then we're going to ping on that. It's not like a good ping, I find. So it's fairly dull today, but I say taking on the bosses is a really interesting part of the game. Well, I'll tell a lie, no, it's not. Right, here come the cavalry, and if, it takes a while to equip this. Still haven't got the perfect blot there. But, it's a brand new me, so, And some people have said that if you get on top of the copper, as you hit it, you get more. But I don't bother about that, because I've got 3 times the resources. See, now you see, my health's gone up to 71, just because I've put my armour on. I don't know about you, but if I was naked, I'd be exactly the same as if I was my armour. I know this is like Odin, and it's infused with the power of the gods, probably, so that's probably why. And do you know what? If I do this with, like, the best pickaxe we got, it's still like 5 hits. So it seems like this never, ever, it's never easy. It takes a long time, whatever you do. In fact, if you go into this, I found this out just the other day. If you go into this, sorry, that one, the skills, right? You see it's got 16, 26. Right, well, I'll tell you what. I'm on run of about halfway, okay? So actually there's 100 in total, alright? 100 is your maximum. So every time you get a level up, so you see that little ring that pops around your head that says, you you've increased your skill. It only goes up by 1%. So it takes you, if you want it to go up any kind of an amount, 10 is still not enough. So it's very, very slow progression, and I'm not a big fan of very slow progression. So this is why we turn the resources up, so that it just Takes away that grind of having to do it 500 times. I should better pick that up, shouldn't I? Yeah. So again, it's shut off, you see. This thing keeps shutting off all the time, even in combat. I can't quite work out why it keeps shutting off. Because I'm not using that to dodge or anything like that. So I don't know why it switches off, but every time you have a fight or do anything, it seems to turn it off, and then you wonder why you can't, and then you've got to turn it back on, so it's a bit odd. So I mean, it takes so long to do this. Oh. Again, it's a mechanic to slow you down. But I'm not complaining about that. So I just right, there we are. So we can take that back, we now got some copper. Now we could do some tin, but obviously that will be by the shore. So now that we've got that, we'll get this ready. Pull the left trigger so it puts it behind your back so you can get out fast. Although it's not that fast, it's like that. Right, and then we look where we are on the map. We've got copper there. So probably best if we go all the way. Well, actually, I'll drop it in that hut there. So I'll ping it. Run at full speed. And still recording, or is it turned off? Oh yes, 41 minutes, right, okay. Didn't see it there, popped in the bottom corner. Pick up the resin for the torches. So yeah, what's trying to tell you here is trying to tell you that if you cultivate land, you know, you can put a fence around it if you want. You know, you can grow stuff, and you can also keep boar in there or whatever. But the only thing is, put boar in there, they don't follow you. You can't. They will help you, I think, if you're fighting. But the trouble is, they only last 5 minutes, and then they're dead. So, you know, I don't know. There's yeah, with me and Jess, we've kind of done. Hang on, just trying to sort this out a minute. I've got to use my concentration. You know, a vast amount of resources doing that. So I'll put that in there. That in there. I always like to keep some on me, but not a lot. So I'm as late as possible. I haven't got enough room to get in the chest. This is why you need enormous amounts of chests. And people with whole rackfuls of chests, because these are far too small. So yeah, I'll do it that way. So you probably have to do about 100 of these. And I like to have it in a certain order. I like to have wood, stone, and then that. I'm funny like that. I don't know why I do that. Sort of organisational preparation or something like that. Right, now I'm going to look for some tin, which will be by the water. So what you want to do really is go into the back forest and find some water. Right, there's some water. Okay, so we need to head across. There's the kind of narrow bit. So I'm going to aim for the narrow bit because we haven't got the stamina, we won't be able to get across. So we kind of got used to these slippery rocks and all that kind of stuff. You know, kind of got that out of our heads a little bit. Yeah, so we used to moan like hell. Because, oh yeah, here we go. But they have mountains in this game. My God, they have them vertical, don't they? And if you can't, you know, I've got a jump of like 100 and something. It's like yeah, I can't get out of there. It's very hard to play this game and stream it without actually coming up with, you know, actually moaning to some degree because you can't get up a little step. Like this. You know, you could drown trying to get out of here, even though I wait for it now to go full, and I do it, and I've still got a hell of a job to get out. And then you've got to wait for it to go full, so you can cross up and hope you can get up that little niblet there, because even that may be a challenge. See, oh no, alright, we did get up. But you see, even this is slippery. I find that incredible, but there you go. I went the wrong way. Where am I facing? So I can't see which way that is facing. So it's got to go to the right. Sorry, I actually crossed the road at the wrong point there. Well, fat chance trying to hit him in time because by the time I've done this, it's too late. And here are the annoying little crouches. So yeah, you got to find a low enough bit of land that you can get across, so that you don't drown. So this should be okay, and hope you can get up the other side. Oh, there are fish. There's got fish there. As you can see, even that tiny little ledge could be enough sometimes. Right, okay, let's go for a run while the sun is hot. Excuse me. Got a bit of a sneezing fit there. Right, we're going to head down that way. Right, we're on 90 something, so we're not too bad. We can stay around that 100 mark, we should be okay. Watch out for the fallen logs. Which, see, when I go on PC, I turn the vegetation down. There's barely any vegetation because, as I say, trying to escape anything in this place when you're, there's fallen trees or tree stumps in the way. Very difficult to run away because you're constantly bumping into things. Those are, I think if they made little tweaks to this game, like get rid of the tremendously slippery vertical cliffs, just kind of round them off a bit or something, not make them as slippery as anything, and give us the regen, just give us the regen a little bit quicker. This will be an extremely satisfying game, but at the moment it's very frustrating. But I'm trying to work past that now. I just mention things now as opposed to whinge about it. This is the only game in about the last, I don't know, 5 or 10 years where I've been slamming down my controller in frustration. That's what those kind of games do. Dark Souls, this kind of game, they really do irritate you so much that you just want to, Thank you. So we're looking for tin, which is shiny stuff, which, that looks shiny, but it isn't. But I may have already got all the tin around here. But I just need a few bits of tin. Oh, looks like there isn't any. Oh dear. May have to go the other way. Right, let's go the other way then. I can see now why they have this jump skill and all that lot, because you can't get up a cliff unless you've got a load of stamina and a load of jump skill. A lot of people just walk up it. Skyrim is really easy. Just even with that slight jump, you can climb any mountain and forward over the stream. But, yeah. Anyway, it's fun now. We can cope with it now. Now that it's better, quicker resources, more resources. Oh, and here's the gigantic, hideous beast. So I have to kind of run round. This guy, I'd mark that, but I ain't got time. Because we're in a retreat mode and this guy is fast. Really fast. Oh, blueberries. I could do with those. Is he retreated? Oh, thank God. That's anything I like about the multiplayer type thing is where they, when they get outside their area, they go back. Oh, that is like, oh, God, that's a blessing, that is. It's like, oh, thank God for that mechanic. That's the one mechanic I do like. It's like, yippee. Because, when you're running away, the last thing you want is that guy pounding you down. I just pulled the trigger, nothing happened then. It took me 2 goes. The kind of thing that kills you in this game is a slight delay. Could be life and death. Right, there's our tin. So we got our thing that we get from the first boss. Not sure if I showed the first boss, I can't remember, to be honest. I may have like given up on the game then and thought, oh, stuff this, you know, and then I kind of went back to it one day. Thought I'd try the first boss, got knocked around a bit, but I actually beat it. And I thought, oh, I should have streamed that. So sorry you missed that one. So the me and Jess one is far more entertaining. And Jess likes to play it now. Of course, he hated it. Oh no, he's thundering down on us again, Mr. Widget. And you gotta put your weapon away, otherwise you won't be able to run fast enough. Right, okay, and this is where you gotta try and get past all this terrible, crunchy crap, whilst evading a fast-moving but incredibly slow-looking thing. But my God, you can move fast. How much tin did I get? Well, I'm not gonna look. So I'm gonna keep running until the guy gives up. We're at 1% there. So that little halo means it's got up 1%. Which is why, you know, even when you've got like, you know, the black metal pickaxe, you're still looking at a good 5 hits. You would have thought by the time you'd got to that stage, which I think is the last update for the console, is the Mishlands. That's the last thing you get. And it's still taking about 4 or 5 hits to actually mine something from like the 10 at the start. So it's still not much quicker, unfortunately. So I think, you know, by full release, they ought to just tweak it down a little bit. So that it's hard, but it's not incredibly frustrating. And I think that, I mean, it's already a hugely popular game, but I'll tell you what, I think Shrouded, I'm looking forward to Enshrouded, which looks like a cracking game, because it has all this kind of stuff, you know, building and all that, but it's not so much of a survival game, it's more of a kind of Skyrim kind of game where, you know, you've got magic and swords and all this kind of stuff, and I like that. So much better. Oh, if I can get my thing out, I'm gonna whack that, but they fly so fast. Another half-built house. Right, where is the there? Right. So you'll see, yeah, when you watch people do this, they get to like 20 episodes and they're still just collecting resources. So it's a bit hard to do an interesting stream when you're forever collecting resources. So, but I don't know. I can see why they did it, because we're getting through the bosses much more quickly, and therefore we're getting toward the end game stuff. So obviously, you know, they don't want you to get to the end of the game too soon. They want to hang out as long as possible. Well, it's a damn enjoyable game when you when it's going well. The building's pretty nifty. It's not perfect, but it's good enough for what we want. Oh, I've got to wait again. But as you can see, very low stamina we have, so trying to get up here might be a challenge. Oh no, we've got up. That's the summoning stone, so that's that first power. So I don't think I showed. I mean, I might have done. And that yeah, it does jump stamina and run stamina. So really, is for running away. Whereas this guy here, I'm not sure what it does, but I think it chopping down trees. I mean, he is kind of a huge, tall tree. So it kind of makes sense, but I think the thing you want in this game is reduce damage or something, but you gotta wait till the third one, which is incredibly dangerous area to go in because you get poisoned, and that quickly demolishes you. And this one finally gives you damage resistance. This one helps you sail the boat. We don't know what this one does yet because we haven't got that far. So this one really is the best one in the game because for any circumstance, it reduces the the damage that you take, and that's probably the biggest thing. All we need now is one that increases the stamina or health regeneration, and you've got the perfect, absolutely perfect one. It's in my normal space, is it? Shut up. There's the door. It's in my house, is it? Oh, it's over there. Oh, well, I mean... I think it was so that we could take on that boss fairly comfortably. Oh, I wonder what's in here. Well, I'll take that out. That seems useful. But I'll leave the rest. Nice bed there, so I may as well sleep, because otherwise we'll get our head ripped off. Oh, not quite as excited as I hoped. Oh. Just kind of went from being totally uninterested in this game to now she's enjoying playing it. So I think that says it all, really. Is this thing turned off? Right, still a bit dim. Right, so I made the wrong. I went to the wrong place there. Actually, I just thought, why go to this? Oh, I didn't go to that one because oh, it don't matter. Don't matter. So what we're trying to do really is upgrade our gear, really, and get like bronze stuff. So yeah, and if you fall down a hole in this game, it's very difficult to get out. You have to place a bench. I hope you've got some wood. If you haven't got any wood to do a bench, right, you are absolutely scutified if you fall down a hole, because some of these holes are quite deep. And if you haven't got a bench, so if you haven't got no wood or something, you can't build a bench, you cannot build ladders to get out. So you'd have to try and hack your way out. But of course, if you haven't got the pickaxe, after defeating the first boss, you're stuck in the hole forever. So anything you could do is kind of like kill yourself, possibly. I don't know how you would do that if you're in the middle of a hole, but and then hope that you kind of get revived. There's a little chair there. I wonder what that does. Well, it's not 16. Only another. Was it 84 to go? Oh, is this a sacrificial stone? Oh yes, where the first one is. Yeah, I kind of done that one. I think I showed it. I can't remember. I just have to have a look. Here's our little house. Remember this, on the side of a hill. And we're using little legs, just likes. She likes using the little legs to get it off the ground, so it's nice and level. And I've got lovely windows now, so it's even nicer, isn't it? Right then. So now, got a more name. By the way, if you don't know, if you don't know how to do this, I'll tell you. You do this. You put in that left bracket thing, which is this one here. All right. Then you do the hash sign. That's it. Hash, and then you do 4 lots of Fs. Now this is using the hexadecimal numbers. So some people have said you can just type in yellow. And then, or red or whatever, but I find I've been working on it on Xbox. It seems to be only on PC. So I've tried different ways of doing it, and I still haven't been able to get that to work. So it's the hexadecimal thing. But obviously, if you know hexadecimal, you could do like 001100, whatever, and then you might get a different color. And then you just after that you do the right hand bracket thing. Well, not a bracket, because that's a bracket. The right hand one of those, then you do a space, and then you put in what you want it to be called, and then accept it by pressing X. So don't forget to press that, otherwise it won't accept it. And now we can see the signs. Why they didn't do this, when you put the sign down, why didn't they just have it this colour? Seems, I find that a little bit incredible. Why didn't you just Why didn't you just give us it from the start? Why have we got to do it? I find that a bit baffling, to be honest. Yeah, that was the problem. Is I didn't know whether I better carry this stuff. So I think it's. I can't remember what they weigh each one. I've got to take another one off. Oops. It's all got a funny keys on this to split things and all that lot. You know, I would have thought something like, you know, press Y, press X, you know, whatever. When you're in a box, the X buttons and all that lot ought to be doing it, rather than to hold a button to do it, which sometimes switches off the auto pickup. Okay, so we should be able to run home. Oh, we are home. Hang on. Oh, it is home. Right. Okay. So so now we place that in the receptacle. This is a receptacle. All right. Put the silver in here, and we can put some wood in there. Fuel it. So you'll be doing a lot of chopping down trees just to keep this thing going, to feed this thing, and we tend to do 2 of everything. So then you need twice as much wood. So it's a long chore, and it's a good idea to do it at night, so that fill it up completely. Make sure we got coal filled up completely on say 2 of the storage things. And when you wake up in the morning, it's all done. So it's a good idea to do it before you go to bed, and you don't have to wait for a very slow making of it. But you need 50 wood if you have 2. So I generally have it all set on that because the mace is the best weapon. I find probably 2/3 of the game, I find the mace is the best because of the knockback it gives you. The sword doesn't do much of a knockback, so therefore you can't get several hits in to, while he's stunned. So I find the mace is the best. Later on it seems like it's sword and things like that, but I find even from the beginning of the game the mace is the best. That's my little tip. And that's the stun. Oh yeah. So you can do perfect block, that'll give you a stun, but I find you just whack it, you stun it. So it's actually, you don't need to, this quite so much, but you can do it, against the tougher ones, you can just hold it up. At least it will stop some of it. And as you can see, even doing that, see, my health's gone down now. If I have that, you should be able to do 3 lots of meat, but sometimes you can't do the cheese. So, look at the regen, how slow that is, right? If I go in here, I don't know about you, but I don't feel more refreshed if I'm indoors. And my health regenerates quicker when I'm indoors. I could be freezing to death, but still I still have the same amount of energy. Well, you sit down, and you see it's going up in bigger chunks. But as you get more comfort level and got to level 8, 9 or whatever, then it does it a bit quicker, but it's slow, isn't it? So yeah, you always have to wait all the time. So if you die, you've got to eat something, sit there and then wait. And I find that it's the weakest part of the game, I find. The rest of the game is really good, but the stamina and health regeneration is really lets it down. So I hope they give us an option for that, so that it just does it quicker. I mean, you can do it, you get it back with meals later on, but that takes a while before you can get a cauldron and do the meals. I think we can do a cauldron, but I don't know if I've got enough resources for that. Let me just check that. Crafting. Oh, we need 10 tin. So we could do it, and that will give you things that will, it's like you can do like potions and meals. Should be better than the normal thing. So yeah. I did get a bit late into doing that stuff and found out it was way more effective to do the meals. And I didn't realise that you could go way past 100. It's actually the quality of the meat which seems to give you far more health and stamina. So I've got kind of caught up on that now and found that out. So I understand a bit more. But it seems like every game now has to have food in it. I could see the point, because obviously it's feeding you and you know, refueling your strength and all that kind of stuff. But it's like everything seems to be doing it now. It's like it's never ending. As opposed to using normal mechanics of the game, say like a game like Skyrim, it doesn't really need meals that much, because I find those meals in Skyrim are not useful anyway, because they regenerate far too slowly to make a difference. If you take a health regen, you know, in that, it won't refill it quick enough anyway. So what you can do now, see, now you've got the stuff put in there, you can just go to sleep. Oh, it's one time a day, okay, but you could just go to sleep and then wake up and it's all done. So I kind of like to set it up like that. But as you can see, there's a lot of time spent getting resources, so it's not very good for streaming as such. So you need 1 tin, I think, and two copper to make bronze, I think it is. So it's a lot of resources. Coming next start ache already. I must have a very weak net, but I suppose you know, Whiplash unfortunately made it more susceptible to you know, hurting when I put a headphone. I mean, the headphones aren't that heavy either, and yet it still hurts my neck. It's a bit odd, really. Right, we've got enough to make something. Let's have a look. So there's the bronze. If I yeah, I'll have to put both of these in, convert it, whatever. I'm just waiting at a moment for this to do. That's what I sometimes do too, because you could knock this down. You could just get a load of this coal, knock this down, and then create another. But now we've got more circling cores, although I'm not sure if they're back here or not. I think maybe at the other place. I should be able to make 2 or 3 of them. And some people set up, you know, whole avenues of them. So yeah, I've got enough here to do another one. So let me just see what it is to make it, because otherwise it's far too slow. And the one thing you want to do in this game is speed things up. I need 20 stone, which I think is the resource one. Let's get 25. So now we should be able to do one of those. So I generally do 2, it just speeds up the process. Otherwise it just takes too long. Leave a gap so that you can reach in. Honestly, you can't go on grass. Jesus. Okay, in that case I'll get rid of the grass. There's little things like this that I think, why? Has it got to be on? I find those things a little bit baffling. Why you have to do that? Sorry, I'm trying to get out of this. Right, okay. Right, okay. So yeah, it's going to be a lot of slow, dull, boring streams. You know, it's only the boss fights really which gives you any kind of excitement in this. So it's a little bit slow trying to make this interesting, really. Apart from fighting a giant or something. Because it comes, you know, it's best to do a, you know, like a portal thing. Actually, I wonder if I can do a portal. No, I can't. I think it's on the when you unlock the next one. So we can't really do a lot at the moment on that. See what I mean? It's a bit dull, isn't it? So you tend to be doing this for most of the game, collecting resources and putting it in and waiting for it. This is a little bit of a shame. So it looks like I think I'll have to end it there because I thought I was going to do things a bit quicker, but it looks like it's not going to be much quicker. So you can get to repair all your stuff. It's completely free. Get rid of stuff you don't need, like that. I tend to put it all in different categories, you know, like that stuff there. Seeds in there. So let's keep it all like that. Maybe that's kind of all. Look, some of that. A food box. But it could be full. It is full. That's why I put it in that one. Okay. Well, I think that will do now. How much money have I got? I've got 97. What's that? 100 plus 50, 150, 95. So, I don't know, a couple of hundred, isn't it? Won't work out exactly. Right, okay, so now I presume we should be able to put these two in to get bronze. Oh no, sorry. Once you've got tin, and then you go into the forge, and then you craft the bronze, that's it. So you need 2 copper, 1 tin. See, if I wish it was 1 copper and tin. And I find some of these things, you know, when you upgrade it to, you got, say, like a silver sword. It's like you do it, it's like take 20 silver, and then the next one up is like 40, it's like 30 silver, and then it's 40. It's like you're not really adding much, you're just making it stronger, and yet it's like a ridiculous amount of stuff. You've actually got the basic sword there, you're just adding a bit, and yet it costs sometimes double what you did before. I find it a little bit odd, really. So that's why it's so resource heavy. But which is why we turned it up. Because now it's a lot more enjoyable. Right, so I got 5. So can I make anything with that 5? Let's have a look. So I'm trying to make some decent armor, to be honest. So like that, I need 5 of that. Right, I need deer stuff. So let's have a deer stuff should be in this one. So now I should be able to make better armor. So now I can make that. I probably can't make any more. No. So now I've got a better one. Now, when you go to that, and you say, I mean, I could upgrade this, but I find just jumping straight to this is a better option because this is only 2 armor. This is 8 armor, so it's a significant jump. I'd rather go for that and not bother with upgrading this. I find it's a waste of time. I wish you had something you could destroy this so you could get the resources out, but I don't know how you do it. There is an obliterator, which me and Jess got on our game, but we don't know what the obliterator does, whether it destroys stuff or just gives you something random back. We don't really know. So yeah, I could upgrade that. I'd rather, I could upgrade the pants actually, that's a good idea. Although I gotta be the next level up. So there, in other words, I gotta do the next boss so that I can unlock a new crafting upgrade. Because I've got like when you've got you got the workbench and then you've got 2 upgrades. Okay, so you've only got 2, so we haven't got 3. And then you get the forge, and then you've got 1 upgrade. So you can only go up so far, and then it's like, say level 1 or 2, and then it's like you can't do anymore until you go to the next boss and continue on. So you constantly got to wait. See, and and I already upgraded the bronze one there. So I think I'll leave it there because I don't want to do too much at a time because it hurts my neck. Well, I'll see you all next time, and I'll try and carry on now and again with this one, but not too often, and I'll try and set it up so it's ready for something interesting. A bit like boss fighting or something, as opposed to getting too many resources in one round. But it's very much like that from the beginning of the game, where you've got to collect tons and tons of resources. Very heavy on that. I'm wet, so I gotta be unwet. So I stand by here and then do that. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed that little snippet of RayRay Horgaz. For some reason I thought that was something to do with Vikings. I don't know, it sounds more like, I don't know, something I invented. So I'll see you all next time. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye for now. Bye.